The average person, whether they're a leader, employee, any level, was spending about 2 hours per day in drama. Now, these are people working hard. They are knocking things out. They are busy. They are getting things done. At times, they're working a lot of hours, but at the same time, they're working hard with a bit of what we call a bit of a grudge.
Alex envisions a world where work is effortless and teams are drama-free. Alex collaborates with organizations and leaders globally to help them ditch the drama from the workplace, hardwire accountability in their teams, and turn excuses into results.
Today I was having crushing chest pains. And I went into the emergency department and the provider team came up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm having crushing chest pains. Provider goes, does it feel like an elephant sitting on your chest? I'm like, yes. They're like, me too. What's the lesson there? I went into there to get some medical care and I'm starting to realize I ain't getting any. What if your team's coming to you for leadership and they're starting to realize they ain't getting any? Reality-based leadership really is a modern leadership philosophy focused on our research on drama in the workplace. Now, some people hear that and they're like, whoa, but it's really these interferences that we all run into as human beings in our human condition that keep us from results and happiness at work. And so when people start to cite their circumstances as the reasons they can't succeed, what we know in reality-based leadership is that your circumstances are never the reason you can't succeed. They're simply the reality in which you must succeed. And so what we've done is looked at that research over the last 25 years of conventional leadership wisdoms, and we checked to see if those actually work and if they actually make work more effortless. And what we found is some of them actually fuel drama and don't help our teams. And so we give some great simple tools for leaders to use to be able to recognize it, say, oh, that's just our human condition. I have that as well. No problem. Let's get into a tool to move beyond that. A human being cannot vent and self-reflect at the same time. You can't judge and help at the same time. So as a leader, it's noticing when someone's in this mind space with some discernment, can we shift the conversation to this place over here? Is change truly equally hard for everyone? And what we found is that change itself isn't hard in the workplace. It's only hard for the unready. Because when you're unready for what's next, you only have one option, and that's to resist change, because it might expose you as incompetent for what's needed next. Now, the average leader comes up the ranks as a doer, and we see a list, and we see someone suffering. What do we often do with that list? We say, give me that list, I'll go out and perfect reality. That list is different for everyone based on their accountability level and their mindset. Have you noticed that someone in a high state of accountability, they believe they can have impact in the world, needs a much different list to be happy or successful than someone in a low state of accountability, more of a victim mindset? When Michelangelo carved the statue of David, it was a masterpiece. People cry when they see it today. And in an interview, they asked him apparently, it must have been so hard to carve David. And guess what his response was? It was effortless. I just removed everything that wasn't David and he appeared. That's the role of leaders, but it's with drama.